guys, and welcome back to the Hive podcast playing Emerald Seaglass. I started a little bit then because I've got so many. I was literally watching Lazarus before this, so I nearly said Lazarus right there. So yeah, welcome back to Emerald Seaglass. On my right, I've got Big Cuz Ace. How you
First
doing?
I had a bath, then my dad had a bath.
Of course, we're all jumping in that bath. Maybe at one point you might see that on the Hive social of the bath session. And to his right, we've got Don Rushy.
Hello. There will be no bath sessions.
And to his right, we've got Don Mac. Don Mac, what you saying?
Yo, what's happening, everybody?
All right, so cool. So here we are, episode 4, I believe, boys. Do you know what I mean? We
Yep.
are well over halfway now. It's one of those ones where I think we're all getting to the point where we're not glad, but we kind of are glad that it is coming to an end because, like we've all said, it is just Emerald. It is just Emerald at the end of the day. But boys, how's your day been? Let's tell the people what we do, maybe for a living and stuff like that. Ace, we'll start with you. How's your day been?
Yeah, so I've been throwing tiles up a roof today. Actually, one of the first days I've been able to just be in a t-shirt, which has been lovely. It's actually finally daylight as we're recording. Spooks was just saying, like, it's the first time recording in daylight. We are doing it a little bit earlier, but British summertime is here, and we have in fact sprung forward. So, yeah, I'm still
right.
Yeah, trust.
No, we're not doing that.
No t-shirt, no t-shirt all summer, or maybe a vest. And as you guys know, I like a vest. But yeah, no, I've had a chill day. To be fair, Rushy, what you been doing today, mate?
Yeah, just been at work. I work in an office, so don't get to see too much of that sunlight very often. But it's nice to get there in the morning and it's daytime and leave in the daytime. So yeah, it's been a good day. And it's we're recording this just before the bank holiday weekend as well, which is the long Easter bank holiday weekend here in England. So looking forward to that.
Definitely,
Matt,
that's one of the. Sorry, just to cut in. It's one of the places that people get to see Rushy without the mask. So
Yeah.
Mask off. But yeah, Matt, tell the people.
Yeah, I've had an absolutely horrific day, so looking forward to just getting on here and not talking about work.
That's
well,
brilliant.
one day you will learn why the will of the D is in Mac's name. Obviously, he doesn't want to talk about it today, but he has the will of the D. So we will continue. So, boys, going into the spin wheels. Ace, did you want to kick us off with yours, or I can kick us off with mine? It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll jump in ahead of you there, cuz, and maybe behind you a little bit later. Do you know what I mean? But
Christ, it's way too early in the pod for that to be happening. Way too early.
You saying, cuz?
We're 3 minutes in.
Hey, is that cuz? You saying cuz?
Oh, yeah, God, I don't know. It just happens, man. I'm sorry, innit? But nah. So my challenge for this episode was non-damaging moves on the first turn. So a bit like the disguise ability from last series. It didn't cause me that much trouble, really. I like to set up on my muns anyway. But I did have some real difficulty in a battle, and we'll get into that later. But how I beat that battle in the end, I've got no idea whatsoever. But we got it done, and here we are. Spooks, do you want to tell us what you got, brother?
So I got no stab moves. Obviously, because I am the old man, I had to confirm to everyone. What does that mean, by the way? What do you mean by that? Basically, I can't use any moves that's matching my typing. And you lot know me by now. If you watch Lazarus with us, I do like a bit of a tanky form. So that tanky form really struggled, and you will see on the 7th gym. It let's just say I'm glad I got some money. I'm glad I got some money. So
it's
yeah,
normal all over again.
It's not going to be another 10-minute long gym battle, is it?
I'll tell you actually. I'll tell you what it is. It's 3 minutes 52, isn't it? So Norman
That's all right.
is holding the record for the longest gym battle on the Hive podcast currently. So for me, so yeah, Rashi, what are you telling me? What did you get again for your spin?
Yeah, so my spin wheel was that I had to switch out 3 Pokemon from my team, and you will see who they were when we get there in a little bit, because I can't remember. It's been a while since I was at that point, so I can't actually remember who I switched out and who I switched in. But yeah, so you'll see when we get to the first gym, or the 7th gym technically, but the first gym of today. So Mac, what did you get on your spin wheel?
Yeah, I was back to the no Poke Centers this episode, which I think means that this one has crept into every episode so far.
Yeah, so it's a repeating theme.
Yeah, bar the first one when it was just me and Spooks that had the challenge. So
Yeah.
so yeah, back to that. I'm kind of well versed with it now, and as I found out later on, to be honest, might need a rethink on this challenge because turns out if you white out, you just get all your PP and HP back anyway. So
Oh,
that
right,
was
yeah.
yeah, being taken down once to something we'll talk about later on kind of sorted me out for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, definitely. If I'm right to say, Mac, you've had no Pokemon Centers twice now.
Yeah, this is the second time. Yeah.
Yeah, peak. Yeah, peak. By saying that, boys, should we go straight in to the episode, basically? So,
Yeah.
Cuz, can you tell me off? Can you tell the people where we left off?
I can tell you off if you want to, mate. You know what I mean?
I get enough by that from the missus, and please don't. This is my safe space, my sanctuary with my friends.
Be my friend.
Be my friend.
Yeah, so we finished in Four Tree City, didn't we?
Yeah,
We just
yeah.
beat Winona, didn't we? So I believe we then went into Route 120, which was where you had to go get the Devon scope from Stephen before actually being able to go into Winona's gym. I can't lie, I don't really have a lot here. Well, I say I don't have a lot. I've got absolutely nothing for 120. I've got it here as a little section, but yeah, you know, I know we keep saying it, but this is, and it's absolutely taken no credit away from Nemo because they have done an incredible job with this rework of Emerald. But for me, and I think I speak for all of the boys, we're really looking forward to getting into something a bit more new. Obviously, we covered Lazarus, which was Nemo's second game on the first series, but we thought we'd do this just to show a little bit more love to Nemo. And of course, we had Miss and No on for the interview, who actually wants to come on again at the end of this series because
Oh,
he's
really?
been, he's been playing along with us. He's been doing a mono run with spin wheels.
Okay.
Yeah, Mac's been doing the wheels for him, and I think he is on a fairy type mono run. But yeah, sorry, that's me getting sidetracked again. I don't know how I always do
I
this, but
can't wait to hear. Hey, how's it going, guys?
yeah,
Again, innit?
yeah, it's going,
I'm gonna be
guys.
like, it's going well, innit? It's going splendid, splendid.
But yeah, for me, I don't have a lot. So, Rushy, I don't know if you want to take us through if you've got anything for 120. I don't know if it's something that people have got stuff for.
Yeah, I don't think too much happened here. I've just got that on Route 120. I found a nugget and a hyper potion. So um, that's all I've got for this bit. Spooks or Mac, have you guys got anything for 120?
Mac, do you want to go, or I can go?
Yeah, no, I've got nothing down here apart from that. In the middle of a battle, my Balsaw evolved into a Claydol,
Nice.
so which is now in the box, but
Oh.
they're in there evolved now.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice. The only thing that I've got really, to be fair, I have got some stuff from Four Tree City, which I should have put in last episode, but I put it in this one. I've got a shed load of Pokemon evolving here because obviously we got those XP candies, baby. So everyone was at that point where they evolved. So I can go through that quickly. So we had Don Mudlips evolved into Swampert here. So yeah, we're happy about that. All the footage will be on the screen. It is a bit long-winded, but yeah, we had Rye Horn evolved him into Rhydon, or have I got that backwards? I think it's Rhyhorn into Rhydon, but yeah, they evolve.
Yeah.
Annabelle evolves into Claydol here as well. We have Don Manny evolving as well into a Mamoswine now, and I didn't realize that you needed ancient power to do that. So yeah, and then the last one was Quillava, aka Clay, evolving into Typhlosion here as well. So yeah, all that footage will be on the screen for you. It is pretty long-winded, so I'm not really going to go into how amazing it is, but it is quite amazing. Even though that I can't use the no stab moves, which left me in a bit of a predicament. But going from there is that in leaving Fortree City, I could actually use obviously the Pokemon Center this time. So we've done that, and it feels great just to walk back in there, see Nurse Joy, say hello, drop a bit of game, some Riz. So, and she just healed up a Pokemon for
Riz.
everyone.
How
You know
old are
what I
you,
mean?
bruv? How old are you
I've got-
talking about Riz?
I mean, don't. I was on the bus today, right? So breaking the fourth wall a little bit. I had to say it because sorry, I had to
He's
break
beat
the
me
fourth
to
wall
it. He's
for
beat
you.
me
So,
to it.
me and my eldest, we went to go watch Super Mario movie today, Galaxy. What a film, by the way, and really cool. We watched it in 4XD, and I was saying some stuff, and he was like, "That's Cap, that's Cap," and he also said that Mario was scared to give like Princess Peach or whatever, blah blah blah, and he said he's trying to riz her up. So I've so that is where the rizzes came from. So anyway, moving on back into the episode, we go into some houses, and I didn't know if you boys done this in the last episode or this episode, where you see the grandpa in there, and he wants us to check out the shrines. Did anyone link any of them shrines up at all?
Yeah, I did
Yeah,
it.
I
I
did.
think I did speak about it last episode, but yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, I done that, and it was just yeah. Then I saw people who sell items for a secret base here. Do you know what I mean? Dolls and stuff, some rugs, and do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Aladdin's carpet. So they sold Aladdin's carpet here. Moving on to Route 120. All I got is find a rare candy here. TV people are here again. So if you want to see your little description on there, you find a Mago berry from a lady, and she tells us it's a rare berry or whatever like that, then a hyper potion. And that was basically it into 121. So yeah. Going into
Yeah.
that. Ace, where did you get to 121?
So I believe this is where we've got the Safari Zone, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I went into there, and you need a Pokeblock case, which I ended up getting, but I don't know where I got it from. I haven't got it
I
written
think it's
down here.
Dewford City.
Right. Okay.
I
Oh,
think.
yeah. I think I probably searched it up because I was thinking, I was thinking to myself, I wonder if there's anything I can catch here. But so I obviously went back, got it from Dewford, and then inside the Safari Zone, I've just put nothing there, and that is literally it. But as for items here, I got a Zinc, a Carbos, and there was a Razor Claw locked behind a double battle, which I easily dispatched of. And I also caught a Noctowl here for Fly. Obviously, when you think of electric flying types, you think of Zapdos and Killer Wattrel, and that's sort of as far as it goes. Zapdos, obviously, I mean, I'm not like some who use legendaries on their team.
Here we go.
So I'm not like them lot. But
Them lot. Disgusting behaviour.
yeah, I'm not like them, man. But yeah, even if I wanted to get a Zapdos, I can't. And Kilowattrel is obviously Gen 9, so Kilowattrel was not in the game. So I had to catch myself a Noctowl, and this was one of the most jarring things I've ever had to experience in my life. Especially when we get into the sort of big sort of story content that we have in this episode within the game itself. You have to go here, there, and everywhere, and having to go get Noctowl out of the box to then fly to then put him back in the box, and then over and over and over again. It was an absolute nightmare. But I mean, first world problem. It literally takes a couple of seconds. We're on speed up, aren't we? So
Yeah.
that's so sort of for that area there, for that 121. That's me. Mac, do you have anything to add on to there, brother?
Yeah, no, not particularly. I also went through the sheet when I got to the Safari Zone, just had a read through. Realised there was nothing there that I could get that I didn't already have. While looking through the sheet, I did realise I was sort of getting short on a water sidekick type. So I took a trek back to Route 119, or no, 109, to Slateport. As we've got surf now, I could pick up a Starmie. So
Nice.
ran back over there, picked Starmie up, and that is why the Claydol got dropped from the team. Could have gone for Slowbro, but cannot stand that Pokemon. Shout out Pokopia for making me hate that Don more than I already did. So I refused to have him on the team, and I wanted to cover that water type. So yeah, not really Safari related, but that's how I ended up getting that onto the team. And then yeah, got the exact same items around there as you did, Ace.
Yeah.
Rushy, did you get anything in the Safari Zone?
No, I did go into the Safari Zone just to have a look. They're usually a bit of fun. But yeah, I only other thing that I got in there was a max revive. So other than that, the same as you guys. I would just like to say though, you've now got the Starmie on your team. We were breaking the fourth wall again. We went out for a couple of drinks the other night to the pub, and a certain man in here did pull. I think he's going to get it. He's going to get it out.
He's rummaging through it.
Yeah. So we all here. We all collect the cards, and the new set came out perfect order. And this man has pulled one of the best cards in the set at the pub. I just wanted to give a shout out to that because I thought that was a pretty cool time. And there you go,
Jeez.
the Mega Starmie EX SIR. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And he was flexing it all night.
I was literally flexing it. Like I was flexing the card, and Rushy was going, no, stop.
Yeah.
Rushy pulled out 100 notes to try and buy it off you, didn't he?
Yeah.
Just,
I got 100 quid
I
here.
still said no.
Yeah.
I still said no. I saw 10 tenors.
Yeah, you did. There were 10 tenors on the table, but yeah, sorry. Getting back to the point. 1-2-1, the Safari Zone, not too much more there. Does anybody else have anything worth noting before we head on to, because we've got a bit of a story beat to go through here. So if nobody's got anything else to add, I'll lead us into that.
No,
Yeah,
it was just
go
I found
for
I found a nugget and a max revive here. If you see like the little, sometimes if you use the item finder, if you go up to where like the flowers were going across like all those trainers, if you go up to where the flowers were, and like yeah, but obviously me playing Emerald, I've played the game so many times, so I know where the blocks are. So yeah, lead us into where you want us to go, Rushy. Let us follow you in.
Yeah, so if you remember in the last episode, we went to the weather station, and in the weather station, Team Aqua were there doing their thing, and then towards the end of that, they run off and they say, Team Magma are going to Mount Pyre. We need to go and stop them. So if you use Surf, which we've got now, on Route 121, you can sort of head south down towards Mount Pyre, and when you get there, you sort of work your way through and up the mountain till you get to the top where there's a Team Aqua grunt. And basically what's happened is the blue orb and the red orb that are stored at the top of this mountain have been stolen by the Team Magma grunts, and you get given a magma emblem, which is something that you need to use later on in the game in order to access a certain area. But there's a few items that you could find here as well. So I've got down that I found an Ultra Ball, a Super Repel, which came in handy later on. TM30 Shadow Ball was here too. Then you get the Lax Incense and the Sea Incense, which is quite cool up here. There's also TM48 Skill Swap, and then a few potions and things dotted about the place as well. But yeah, that was Mount Pyre. Did anybody else have anything else to add for Mount Pyre?
No, just that I found a cleanse tag inside of here. Which with the infinite money I've got does nothing for me because I'm on super repels the whole game anyway. So
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I did pick that up in there. which when I was trying to figure out the safari zone, I thought I was doing something wrong as I was running through the grass and nothing was coming up. I was like, oh, what am I doing wrong here? It's because I had a max repel on.
Man had that MacD pal, innit? Just fully going.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
the only other thing is for me is we do fight Archie here, don't we?
yes. Sorry, yeah, you do.
So he is the leader of obviously Team Aqua, and I think pretty sure it turns out that he has the red orb, and that's when you then find out that they can't be separated. Like Rushy mentioned, there is a rare candy at the top right in case you want to go grab that, Rushy mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean for me. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone's, well, you guys are covered it. Spooks, have you got
Yeah.
anything else to add? I'll just look in
Nah.
here. Yeah, literally everything that I've got has been said.
No. I mean, the only other thing is that I'll be honest, I can't remember fighting Archie up here. The only time I put him down is where we actually go and see that legendary that he's trying to revive with the orb in it.
Mm.
So yeah, I can't remember. I thought I just spoke to him and then he ran off in it with that orb.
I might be
But
wrong.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, nah, yeah, but yeah, no, yeah, nah. But basically, that's all. Everyone's covered it. All I've got is moving on to Lily Cove City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind me breaking into that, I can say that once we were here, obviously, I done a little bit exploring first before I done I believe it's going to be our final rival battle with May. I think it is our final rival battle with May. Correct me
I
if I'm
think
wrong.
With
I
Obviously,
think
May,
you
I
might
think
be
it
right.
is.
Yeah.
I think from what I remember in the old school Emerald, I don't think it will be the same, any different. But I think it's the last one. Then we have another battle with a certain other person in Victory Road.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
you're
so
right.
basically, I just met. So basically, I just said, you meet the Scuba Safari Don's brother here. He can reset all of our high score points, and you get some sweet high score reward points. I don't know what that actually means because I didn't realize I had a high score going on. But yeah, you had the battle tent here, which obviously back in the day, I think it was the contest area where you actually got the Pokeblock from. I remember because you used to go up to the machines where they used to make the Pokeberries or something like that, and then they'd actually give you one through there. I've gone. You go to the Lily Cove Motel here, and Don Scott is just snoozing upstairs, and yeah, he's just basically just talking rubbish like normal. You get the Pete block here. What does that do, boys? Obviously, I don't know what that is,
I
but
was just
has
about to
anyone
say
shed light on that?
you need to use this because finally, to break the fourth wall, finally, I've got my chance to do it. We just done our spin wheels for next ep, and Spooks has got a very peak one. But
Yeah, cheers,
obviously,
mate.
Spooks is like, yeah, it's a ground type monorail, we know. So the peak block evolves Ursaring into Ursaluna, and Ursaluna is a normal ground type
Oh,
in general. So you should definitely make use of that because Ursaluna can be an absolute animal.
I think I will.
Yeah, you need to go grab that. Blood Moon
Andrew can't take it
Ursaluna.
all, innit?
Nah. Andrew's
Sandshrew
been through
Mountbatten.
enough recently, innit? and rightfully so. But yeah, make use of that, Spooks.
Yeah, I
Anybody
will
else got
do.
anything else to add? I mean, I've got here that you get attract, yawn, and the move deleter is here. Is this where the gym is? I'm such a fake fan.
No,
No.
it's
Oh,
not.
is this a Moss Deep, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this
Yeah,
is
that's
where
it. Yeah.
So Lily Cove City. So from here we have to head to the Magma Hideout.
That's it.
And then once you beat the Magma Hideout, you then head back to Lily Cove City to take on the Aqua Hideout.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Just I will say is like when I did mention May's rival battle, we have that playing in the background or something like that. I'm pretty sure one of us has got the footage. So when I mentioned it, we'll just go for it like that. Obviously, we all beat her. Nothing really difficult. The only thing I realise is that she does change her team every battle. So I think she had a Slugma last time, and now this time she had like a Ninetales or something like that for her fire type. So the only one that stays with her is her first starter Pokemon. And also, the only thing I would say is that in Lily Cove, did anyone go in Lily Cove Museum and go upstairs and get the kind of little side quest from the Don, from the curator, to help fill up upstairs with paintings? I've never done it. I've never done that personally before. Don't know where you can get paintings from in Emerald, but yeah, that's just like a little side quest. So I didn't know if anyone was doing that, if he gave you some special reward or something.
No, I did go with him, but I didn't. I just looked at it and went, I can't be bothered to do that, and carried on going.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Then I think Mac, do you want to take us into the magma hideout? That magma hideout, your own hideout.
Yeah, I'll get into that one, mate. So this is back over at Mount Chimney. So I did go back up to the screen here as well when I first got there and picked up the meteorite that I forgot to do, or well, just completely ignored 2 episodes ago, whenever it was. So I thought I'd grab that for good time's sake while I was there. And it was just at this point that I'd been checking around the whole map, because with no Poke Centres, I didn't want to go in and change anyone out of my team. So once I'd ran to here after running to Route 109, running back to Mount Pier, running back to Lily Cove, and then running back to Mount Chimney, I was like, I've had enough of this. Because prior to this as well, what you lot don't know is after the last gym 3 and 4, 5 and 6, I also didn't save my game. So not only was I running around the whole map, I'd just spent 2 hours doing gameplay I'd already done. So it was here that I decided to go to the Pokemon Center and take Zatu out so I could fly. But yeah, my main issue with Mount Chimney was just trying to find the way in. Because what I didn't realise was, so once I'd flown there, I flew in to the nearest area. I can't remember what it's called, the town there. And then because I've got the Mac bike rather than the Acro bike, I couldn't jump up the stones to get up. So again, I was back on the YouTube tutorials watching a video as to where this cave is. So I then flew back to where you get the bikes from, got the other bike to hop along these stones, and then lo and behold, the cave appeared. At this point, I was so fuming, I didn't pick up any items. I took a bunch of fights and left. And I'd had that much annoyance with it, I didn't even walk out. I used an escape rope and flew back.
Yeah, that's long.
Yeah.
So how did everyone else get on?
All I've got to say is just shout out Rydell for you,
Yeah,
Rydell, just switching them over for you, innit? So yeah, I mean, bro, I was the same, man. I had to go back to Morville, switch out the bikes, shout Rydell, started bunny hopping my way in, started wheeling my way into that hideout. But apart from that, boys, did you struggle getting to the hideout?
No.
No,
That won't convince him, was it?
Fool, bro.
No, but only because obviously I had the right bike already, and having done my last Emerald playthrough wasn't that long ago, so it was kind of fresh in the memory. So, yeah, I knew where to go. But this brings on an interesting conversation, because I don't know how on earth, when we were younger, how we actually got through any of these games, because it doesn't tell you what to do. Like, you beat a gym and they just expect you to know where to go next. And it's like, obviously you had the game guides and things back in the day, but like there was no Google, you had no YouTube, there was not, like, how, I think, and you said, Spooks, like, we just had to just run around and just hope and pray that we were going to run into the next part of the quest. So I think it's just something interesting to look back on. But I would say in the magma hideout, I did pick up a few items. there's a PP Max, a Nugget, a Max Revive. Those are the only items that I've found, and I will be making the most out of that PP Max. I can tell you for sure. Ace, Ace, what did you get up to in the cave? Hopefully, it wasn't anything like what you get up to in graveyards.
Did you use your PP?
If I had a PP Max, believe me, that would have been used a long time ago. I found a little nugget shining in the ground there. That I saw when I was pulling up my trousers. And then I'm pretty sure. Do we? We fight Maxi here, right?
We do.
Yeah.
We do fight
So
Maxi here.
I beat Maxi. Yeah. Yeah. He's got me traumatized, which we'll get into later. And so Groudon actually doesn't bow to him. So Groudon decides, I'm going absolutely nowhere near this guy. I mean, to be fair to Groudon, he's just watched some 10-year-old absolutely wipe the floor with him. So like, why would he even think about joining him on his mission?
Trust.
But then I believe after that, don't we go back to Slateport to see what Aqua are sort of getting up to there? And what they're getting up to is they are trying to steal and do successfully steal Stern's submarine. I'm pretty sure Captain Stern's like doing some like presentation or something, and then he just finds out his submarine has been sucked, isn't it? His submarine has just been straight up sucked. Pause. And then we go. Then of course we go back to Lily Cove, which is where Aqua's hideout is. And I just want to say that as we enter in the Aqua hideout, there is a dubious disc. And this dubious disc then gave me the opportunity to finally get Porygon Z on my team. Porygon Z is an electric normal type in this game. And yeah, that tri-attack with adaptability, yeah, it's nuts. It literally carried me through the sort of big slog of the game that we've got going here. But for the Aqua hideout, Spooks, do you want to take us through what happens in there? Like I say, I just got that disc and then I just blaze through, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I've basically done the same because I'll be honest with you, all I've got here is just that you find a Master Ball here in the big boss room.
Yeah,
and
of course, yeah.
you know, we go see Archie, which I realised that Archie, out of both teams, he's the only one with 2 admins. So you had the chick who was the admin in the weather center, and then you've got the other Don. Yeah. So it's Shelly. So you got Shelly who was chilling in the weather center, and I can't remember the other Don who like turned around and like noticed that he was there. Then the submarine kind of went after that. So yeah, he's I noticed that bit of, I don't know why, but I did. But then yeah, so basically we couldn't actually go after Archie because he's already dead. So then I don't know if anyone else has got anything for the Aqua hideout, but I moved straight on to 124 straight after that. Mac, Rushy.
Yeah, my route for the hideout is dubious disc, and that is it.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I'm basically the same. Got the dubious disc, got a nugget. Also found the master ball. There's a nest ball in there too, and some other potions and bits and bobs. But yeah, other than that, just the same as you guys.
All right then. So if I take us on 124, and let me just say, jumping straight into that water, the one most hated thing about Emerald as a whole game is what you always see people complain about is that there is too much water in the game.
Yeah, it's
There's
ridiculous.
way too much surfing in the game in Emerald. So normally, as being a kid, and especially when we come up to the 8th gym, we, like Rushy said, like how was you supposed to find out like where to dive and surf, and do you know what I mean? It's huge, like it's huge. And but going there, like trainer Declan, Don Declan, with his Gyarados, took 3 of my team out and already. So there's no point. There was no point. I gave him the finger. I went, yeah, whatever, Declan, you're done, but so have I. So now I had to surf back, come back out. The other trainers weren't a problem, and then we went to the hunter's house here. I'm pretty sure that's like for like the shards and everything like that.
Yeah.
Then we kind of
Yeah.
moved on straight to Moss Deep City. I know there's other areas you could go while surfing and blah 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 blah, but to be honest, I just moved on to Moss Deep after that. Boys, you got anything for 124?
Nah.
Nah.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to say shout out Declan Manlow if you're watching.
You know what's mad? I was thinking that exact same thing.
Because that is the only guy I've ever met in my whole life who is called Declan, isn't it? So yeah, if you're watching this, shout out to you, bro. But yeah, that's all for me. That's all for me,
Yeah.
Rushy.
That's all. That's what I say. Much the same. I wanted to get out of that water as quickly as possible, so I headed straight to Moss Deep City to take on Gym 7.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So before we actually get to Moss Deep and with Gin 7, is that I did see Stephen's house here. Stephen saw his house here. There's a young buck outside Stephen's house. He's obviously his little YN, isn't it? And he's just chilling on the corner of Stephen's house, just guarding that, and he ends up dashing us the King's Rock here. So I don't know if that will be handy for anyone to be using. As soon as you touch down on Moss Deep, you find a Don that will teach you Dynamic Punch. So yeah, you've got the game corner here. Scott's chilling outside the Space Center again. And the one interesting thing that I did see is that the white rock where the pink-haired lady was. Normally back in the day, you click on that and it will come up with a bit of dialogue. So I clicked on it and it asked me to add a wishing star on there. So I did. Then something happened with the wishing star, and you actually get Jirachi here, and it comes out of the white stone. So yeah, Mac, if you did want to use Jirachi in your team, I think Jirachi is what is it?
Steel
Sidekick? Steel sidekick. So I
Yeah.
don't know how good Jirachi is. I've never used it. I always thought it was like an event Pokemon back in the day in Emerald. So yeah, it was one of those ones where I couldn't get in game in time and had to buy that event back in the day. So
Too busy
yeah,
playing thrappants up the wall.
I was. You know what? I was. Too hopping gardens, isn't it? Stealing them hubcaps for a bit of Stratnal.
For a couple shillings.
You've got an Audi. I've got BMW hubcaps. Do you want them? Ping. But yeah, no, you get a super rod here, netball here, and boys, did you find anything with Moss Deep before we go into the gyms?
No, that was all.
Anyone?
All
No.
good.
Right.
I've got
So
one thing. I've
Go
got
on,
one
Ace.
thing.
Go
I've
on.
finally caught a chinchou here. So that eventually ended up evolving into a lantern. I bought the water stone for it in like episode 1 because I knew I was going to get it. And let me tell you, cuz when I tell you this lantern, just wait and see. This is an absolute monster of a Pokemon in this game. It did really, really well for me.
I
Got
would
a lot
just
of
like
good
to
moves.
say, you said eventually it will turn into a lantern, like you didn't rare candy that thing the moment you got it.
Well, yeah, now you've reminded me actually, because I always thought it was a Stone Evo, but it wasn't. I think it evolves at like level, whatever level it evolved at. I caught it at the level before, so I just gave it one piece of candy, and it's like giving candy to a chinchou, baby. That went straight into a lantern. That went straight into a lantern. But yeah, we'll hit one of these for that. I suppose we can give one of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if we're all ready to jump into the gym
Yeah.
against the twins,
Yep.
Spooks, do you want to kick us off? Everyone grab your popcorn. We'll be about 15 minutes.
I was now about to say, warning, this is a 4-minute video. So going into Liza and Tate, or Tate and Liza. Obviously, this is a double battle, so here we go. Buster Rhymes. Claydol, Miss Magius, Typhlosion, and Annabelle hits us with the Calm Mind. Signal Beam for the Claydol from Annabelle. Psychic doesn't really do much from their Claydol. We hit it with the Signal Beam again. We can only use Aerial Ace on the Miss Magius. So we're hitting the Signal Beam for the Claydol, sets up the Light Scream, Aerial Ace on the Miss Magius, Signal Beam back on the Claydol. Stats are going down. Signal Beam's not really doing much. It's super effective though, but it's still not doing much, isn't it? We're just setting up with the same moves right now. They heal up again. I'm gutted. Signal Beam from Annabelle, Aerial Ace from Typhlosion. She's just hitting the Calm Mind on the Miss Magius at the moment. I cannot lie to you on it. The Psychic's not really doing much on our Claydol, aka Annabelle. We're still hitting it with that Signal Beam. Aerial Ace got a crit. She hits us with the Moonblast from Miss Magius, and it takes down Annabelle. So Don Manny comes out now. Don Manny gets hit with the Psychic. The Light Screen is wore off right now. So we're going to go in with the Ancient Power, because obviously we can't use any of our no stab moves. So we've hit Ancient Power. Aerial Ace hits back on Miss Magius. Headbutt as well on the Claydol. Brings it down to 1 HP. Don Manny is out. Sandy comes out, but it's flinched. So we go with the attack order on the Claydol, but it healed up at that time. Hits us with a Moonblast. Don Sandy is out. So Don Horny comes out. Aerial Ace back on the Miss Magius. We use Hammer Arm on the Claydol. Obviously, it's not really going to do much, but I haven't really got much going on for me here, because the only other move I can use on Horny is Thunderbolt. So, we hit, and she brings out Soul Rock now after the Miss Magius is gone. Thunderbolt is gonna hit someone at this point. I don't know. Aerial Ace has hit Claydol. Nothing's really going on. Soul Rock slaps it with a Sunny Day. Horny goes for the Thunderbolt on Soul Rock. Aerial Ace is going on the Claydol. Thunderbolt again. There's not much I can do, because obviously they're Psychic type, so my fighting type moves won't do much. Horny's down. Typhlosion's on red. Mud Lips comes out. We hit it with the Aerial Ace, with the Claydol. No, we go for the Rock Slide, actually. So Mud Lips uses Rock Slide. Doesn't do anything, but they've both flinched at this point. Sunlight is strong. Aerial Ace hits on Claydol, takes out the Claydol. Lunatoad then comes out. So they're on their last two. Soul Rock hits the Citrus Berry, hits us with a Solar Beam. Typhlosion is out. We've got no Pokemon at the moment. So what do? We start raging. We start scrambling around for them revives. I'm going, where are they? Where are they? They're in here somewhere. So we're doing that. We're scrambling around right now. Who do we gun back? Well, it's got to be Annabelle. We need her Psychic Horror powers. And so Annabelle comes out. Solar Beam hits Mudlips, but we're in the yellow now, or the orange, however you want to call it. So we go straight for Signal Beam. We can only use Signal Beam or Body Slam on Annabelle, by the way. So we keep going with that Signal Beam. Citrus Berry for the Lunatoad. Soul Rock gets flinched by the Rock Slide, I believe. Sunlight's still strong. Rock Slide again. Takes out the Soul Rock. Now we're just down to the Lunatoad. Hit it with the Signal Beam. It sets up Light Scream. Another Signal Beam. Another Rock Slide. Rock Slide takes it out. And I'll tell you what, I can breathe. And that's it. That is me. What a stress that absolutely was. I cannot do this anymore for double battles. So, Ace, just roll on to yours, because no one's got 4 minutes to spare anymore.
I may have spoken too soon, because my battle also happens to be exactly 4 minutes long. But you've got to remember, I do a team run through. That's my excuse. But anyway, yeah. So getting into the gym now. So if we have a little look at what we've got going on here, sorry, let me just pause that a second, because I just played it and I had the speed up music play through my AirPods because I forgot to mute the clip. Yeah, that caught me by surprise a little bit there, but we'll go into my footage now. We've got Manectric here with the Electric Surge ability. We've got Electivire with Motor Drive. They are going to be my two leaders. Prankster on the Volbeat, still coming in clutch. There's the new Lantern with Water Absorb with Tail Glow. Porygon Z as well there, obviously new to the team. We've got Jolteon here, still rocking that athletic ability. So let's get into the gym battle with Tate and Liza. So we're going to be leading with Manectric and Electivire and Miss Magius and Claydol for them. I'm going to hit a Roar straight up and a Screech straight up because obviously I can't use any damaging moves on the first turn. Claydol hits a big Psychic on Electivire there, and Miss Magius uses the Calm Mind. I'm just going to go for a Discharge on Manectric and a Power Up Punch on... Oh, no, a Close Combat on the Soul Rock. Obviously, we're not doing too much damage here, clearly. Electivire takes Soul Rock out with the Close Combat, obviously -1 in both defences now, but also +1 speed because, of course, with the Motor Drive ability, any electric type move that hits Electivire is going to raise the speed stat by 1 stage. So Claydol comes out here and Miss Magius is going to hit a Psychic and take out Electivire. So that's my dream duo down. But here comes Jolteon. Let's see what they can do on the field. Manectric's going to come in with a Rising Voltage, which I learned actually does double damage on electric terrain. Obviously perfect because Manectric sets up the terrain as soon as the battle starts. But for some reason, not too much damage there on the Miss Magius. Jolteon ended up hitting the Protect to get that +1 in speed. I'm going to go for a Chop Kick here on the Claydol, and that is going to be a crit as well. Miss Magius, however, is going to hit a Moonblast on Manectric and take it out straight away. So let's see what Volbeat can do. The Earthquake by Claydol didn't actually do too much damage to either of my Mons, surprisingly. But we're going to go for a Confuse Ray on the Miss Magius. And then Jolteon is going to go with the Trop Kick into the Claydol to try and finish that off. Gets a crit. Crit doesn't matter anyway. Lunatone comes out here and they are down to their final 2 Mons, but Miss Magius hits through the confusion and takes out Jolteon. So let's bring out the new member, Lantern. So the Volbeat is going to be going for... See, this is the trouble. I don't have a great moveset when it comes to actual damage, raw damage on Volbeat, but I'm going to go for a Confuse Rate on the Lunatone, which is going to go first regardless because of the Prankster ability. Miss Magius is going to carry on hitting those Moonblast. Lunatone goes for the Calm Mind, and Lantern has had enough. It's very tired, so it's going to yawn at the Miss Magius. So the Miss Magius is sort of nothing to worry about at the moment because we know after the next turn it will be asleep. Volbeat is going to go for the lunge on the Miss Magius and do a little bit to also reduce that attack. It's going to hit itself in confusion, and so does the Lantern. So, oh, sorry, the Lunatone, sorry. The Lantern goes for the Surf. And, yeah, we're down to just Lunatone now. At this point, we've got no worries. Going to hit a Moonlight on the Volbeat just because on hard mode, I can't actually use items. I can't even go into my bag when I'm in a... when I'm in the gym battle. But Volbeat's going to go for the lunge on the Lunatone to take it out. And yeah, mine was quite long as well. Pause. But yeah, that is Tate and Liza down. Rushy, do you want to take us into how you got onto your battle as we receive the mind badge, and make sure you mind the gap as you go into the next battle, Rushy?
Are we talking about the gap in like time that it took us to beat this gym? Because we've got 1 minute and 7 seconds here for me, so we're going to go quick. Okay, so Claydol and
You're
Magius,
right.
I'm leading with Tentacle and Arbok.
Oh, you're right.
I go for an Acid Spray and a Crunch on which takes out the Claydol from the Arbok in 1 hit. Tentacruel is in as well. Lunatone comes out. Miss Magius uses Calm Mind. Tentacruel uses the Poison Jab on the Lunatone. I go for a Bubble Beam with my Tentacruel and another Crunch from Arbok. The Crunch takes out Lunatone. Here, they send out Soul Rock. Miss Magius uses Calm Mind again. The Bubble Beam goes onto the Soul Rock, takes the Soul Rock out in 1 hit. Very nice. This is going quite well for me. Yeah, so I'll go for a Poison Jab and a Crunch on the Miss Magius. The Crunch goes off. Mismagius uses Calm Mind. The poison jab hits the Mismagius, and that is the gym battle done. Mac, how did you
Bloody
get on?
hell! Jesus.
Not quite as smooth as that. I'm at the 3 minute mark, so sort of a happy medium.
Yeah, we like that.
How you three have made that seem so effortless to talk over this double battle, I've got no idea. This is going to be a mess, so I apologise in advance. Cause, yeah, that I've actually nearly been rehearsing this pre-podcast. This could be rough. Just realised there's only 4 Pokemon, and this did feel like it went on forever. So I lead with Metang and Zatu. My movesets are terrible, to be honest. I really need to go to the relearner. So I hit the Claydol with a Pursuit, and the Mismagius with Air Slash, which does absolutely nothing. Pursuit, apparently super effective, doesn't do a whole lot. They come back with a Scary Face and an Earthquake. Another Air Slash, this time onto the Claydol, which is super effective. I think I just got me types a little bit confused there. Have another Air Slash lined up to take him out, and then I get hit by a Moonblast, and Zatu is out for the count. So I'm then here having a good old think about which Pokemon I want to send in next, and for whatever reason I end picking Executor. Hit another Pursuit onto the Mismagius. Giga Drain onto the Claydol, which I believe takes him out just before. Oh no, it was a Meteor Slash that takes him out. And then in comes the Soul Rock. The Mismagius, I use the Giga Drain on, which takes that out. So now on to the last 2 Pokemon here. I swap out Metang, and then hit the Soul Rock with a Giga Drain and bring in Gavardia. Giga Drain does a good amount to Soul Rock here, which my battling with Pokemon is definitely not as good as these boys, so I'm thinking, oh, it's a fire type, this is a grass type move, but I'm also knowing it's ground type, so I'm sort of in the middle here thinking, what is it going to do? But it is effective on there. So that is just energy drained, chews on that berry and gets most of his health back, which I was absolutely fuming at this point. Hit it with another Giga Drain, which takes that out. Hit the Lunatone with Shockwave. Hit it with a Hypnosis to send it to sleep. Hit it with a Draining Kiss to take a little bit of that energy away from it. Hit it with a Mystical Fire, which does nothing. Hit it with a Shockwave, which 2 moves ago I learnt does absolutely nothing, but thought I'd just try it again. Hit it with a Bullet Seed, which does then take it out, and that was the Terrible Twins completed.
I would just like to say, very well done on the commentary there, because we know how hard it is to do those double battles. So yeah, that was very good.
Well
I'm very impressed.
rehearsed.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, nice, Mac. Sounds like we all done pretty well. Some better than others, and me definitely at the bottom of the pile. So all I would say is after this gym is that Don Sandy evolved into Flygon. So we now have our dragon type. Well, we did have a dragon type, but we now have our big boy dragon type on the team. And unfortunately, next episode I won't be able to use him. So yeah, moving on after the gym, I've got you go to the space station from here. Now, boys, anyone do much at the space station? Was there any items to catch? Anything, Ace? Anything? I think it was Maxi, wasn't it, at the space station?
Yeah, it was Maxi. So I got to a point here where I was completely soft locked on my game. There was no way for me to beat Maxi because Maxi had, first of all, had more ground types than fire types. I don't know what it was like for you boys, but and obviously my whole team is electric, so everything was one-shotting, and I haven't bothered sorting out EVs and IVs in this playthrough. Obviously, because like we say, we all know Emerald, so you sort of know what's around the corner, but I think my first attempt at Maxi was about an hour long. Couldn't do it, and spoke to the boys, and they said, "Oh, we just you'll just have to break your mono run to do it." And I was like, oh, "Yeah, all right." To be fair, went to my box, got some mons out that weren't electric types, still couldn't beat it. So I had to take a virtual knee, and I had to fly back home and put myself on easy mode to get through this battle to progress with the game. Still with a full electric team. I actually wasn't even going to say that I went on easy mode, isn't it? But
I was going to say, you told us everything about this story apart from that bit.
but yeah, but I'd already said I was soft lock, so but it's fine anyway. So yeah, after some blood, sweat, and some tears, and maybe a broken monitor or two, I did finally beat Maxi. And poor Stephen, he was just stood in all of these parallel universes, just watching me get beaten to a pulp over and over and over again. It's probably like every time I ran up to start the battle, Stephen was probably getting deja vu. Do you know what I mean? I've seen this before.
Yes.
But yeah, so yeah, so basically the premise of it is Stephen is fighting one of the admins and you're taking on Maxi, but eventually I did absolutely pummel Maxi and it felt so good, baby. It felt so good, baby. But as for items and things here, I didn't pick anything up here. Did
Nah.
anybody get anything? Rushy, did you
I
get
think
anything in
there was
there?
a. Oh, sorry.
No,
No,
go
Mac,
ahead, mate.
I
Go
didn't get it. Yeah, so you go, Mac, yeah.
I think there was another linking cord in here.
ahead.
I
You
definitely.
might be right, because I think I do recall that, but I
I
don't
think
think
Yeah,
I
I did
remember
down.
getting another one.
yeah. I've got a second linking cord, which the only other psychic type I could use it on would be Slowbro. To get that slow king.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, other than also having a bit of a time with Maxi, yeah, I think I just got a linking cord in here, and that was it.
Mm,
Yeah, I think there's not much else in there. It's obviously
no.
worth noting that once you do beat Maxi, Stephen tells you to go to his gaff, so you do,
Stephen.
and he gives you HMO8 dive,
Yeah.
which we
Yep.
need to get to the next part of the map.
Hmm. So leading into that next part of the map was the seafloor cavern. But obviously, I've got autocorrect on here, and it says seafood. So, so we go into seafood cavern, and all I've got is inside that cavern. That what is it? Back in Lazarus, we called it the Crescent Trench, wasn't it? That
Crescent
sounded
Trench,
like
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
yeah.
it,
Shout out a couple of dons lost in the Crescent Trench, isn't it? And in that seafood cavern, isn't it? We find TM Earthquake here, and I can throw up the battle, be an ace or whoever. You see Archie here, and he's trying to get Kyogre,
Mm.
and we pop up before him, I do believe, and he's thinking that we're trying to steal Kyogre, blah blah blah. Uses the blue orb. The blue orb doesn't really do much. Do our battle with him, and now Maxi's turned up at the same time, and he's basically telling him off, saying that we can't control these legendary Pokemon or something like that. Do you know what I mean? It's getting way too out of hand now. And Archie's kind of like taking himself back, and he's like, "Oh my god, you might be right." Blah 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 blah. Then yeah, I didn't really find any more items or anything in here. What about Ace, Mac, Rushy?
No.
Yeah, TM36 Earthquake was down here in the seafloor cavern. That's the
Yeah.
only other thing I've got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
So
want. I'm so much prouder to be a magma grunt than an aqua grunt because Maxi is on way more smoke than Archie. 'Cause
Yeah.
Ace, I don't know if you're back on hard mode for this, but I literally took Archie for a walk round the cavern.
Yeah, he got wiped, mate. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
yeah. So Mac, do you want to take us into the next place where we go?
Yeah, the next place, am I right? It's just the over to the 8th gym now, isn't it? Basically,
Yeah.
which again, everyone keeps saying we've all played this game before, I have not. So again, I was belling Rushy's line saying, where is this town? Because I'm just finding this big rock in the middle of the ocean. And I dived in 7 separate places thinking I'd just find a way in. And it wasn't until I watched a YouTube tutorial that I realised I was right next to the cabin. So I dived straight in.
See, the thing is, he messaged me. He was like, "I've just been in the 7th gym. How do I get up this waterfall?" And I was like, "What do you mean get up this waterfall? Like, you don't have. You need to get the ability to use waterfall. But you don't get that till after the 8th gym." And I was like, "Where are you?" And it was one of them.
Well, the thing is, at that point, I hadn't even realised I needed to fight Team Magma yet. I'd just disregarded them bombs and just gone straight to the waterfall.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Shout out, but
yeah.
that's the beauty of it, everyone. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, with me and Rushy, we didn't play Lazarus last time. Ace did. Like, you know, we've all played. Well, we 3 of us have played Emerald, and
Yeah.
Mac hasn't. So, you know, that brings that beauty to it. So yeah, as we turn up to the 8th gym city, which I forgot to write down, by the way, because it looks
Sutopolis,
baby.
wasn't it? And we go there and we turn up to
That
some
top.
Pause.
That top, baby.
As soon as I'm now about to say we turn up to some big dons and I hear that top.
That was Mac, not me, bruv. That was Mac, not me.
Oh, sorry. It comes from you normally, innit? So I have to point the finger somewhere.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Obviously, pause, innit? I'm not pointing no fingers anywhere, innit? But we turn up to a couple of big dons giving each other top, and oh, Jesus. Right, back to it. So we turn up to a couple of dons fighting each other. And basically, everything's going black, it's going stormy, the rain is absolutely hammering it down at the moment. And so we see Don Stephen on the left. He takes us into the Cave of Origins, where we need to meet the current champion, Wallace. And he tells us to go find that Ray Quizzy. And so obviously Ray Darnell Quizzy we need to find him, innit?
Ray D. Quizzy, innit?
Ray D. Quizzy, innit?
The will of the Darnell.
Will of the Darnell, innit? So we get told to go find Ray D. Quizzy. And then basically what we do is that what have I got here? So basically we go get Ray. And where was Ray, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Where can we say that Ray was?
Was on the Sky Pillar, which is quite an annoying place to get to if you don't know where you're going. And even if you do know where you're going, it's still quite annoying to get to because you have to get yourself to Pacific Town, and then you can go from there and make your way to the Sky Pillar nice and easy.
Yeah.
Did you get there easy, Mac?
I will say, actually, I had great ease in getting to this one because in trying to find the eighth town or Sutopolis, I explored the whole ocean, so I could just fly straight here.
Happy days,
That's fair.
Trust me, Mac found the Grand Line over there, innit?
Lockdown. Mac found
lockdown.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put this in here quickly as well. Obviously,
Pause.
I'm skipping forward a little bit. Pause. Yeah, I don't mean anything by it.
Here
But
we
no,
go.
I'm skipping forward a little bit. But I came back after you technically you beat the game. You can come back and you can catch Rayquaza. Obviously, everybody knows this. But I was trying to do the Sky Pillar the second time round. The first time round it's story, so you just walk up it. The second time round is not so easy. I'm playing on my phone without a controller. I couldn't do it. I literally couldn't do it. You have to use the Mac bike and all that to get through. It doesn't work. My fingers physically don't move fast enough for it. It's impossible. So I quit. I quit. I didn't catch Rayquaza in the end. I don't know if anybody else did. But I just thought I'd add that in. If you're playing along with us and you want to catch Rayquaza, link up a controller to your phone because you will need it. And turn speed up as well. because
Yep.
that makes it 10 times harder too. But anyway,
And make sure that your hands are dry as soon as you come out of the bath, because sometimes your fingers will slip on the controls. So that's why Rushy couldn't do it.
Hey,
His hands were not dry.
Hey, there ain't no problem with my grip strength, boy, I tell you that.
Whoa! Whoa!
Pause.
Spook's keeled over. He's ready. He's ready for that grip strength. Ready for that mount. That mount grip more, innit? Man's ready for that.
Trust me, that rush through, isn't it?
Right,
let me edited out now.
No, it's not, bruv. No, it's not.
Let's get this back on track. Anyway,
right. So obviously, go on, Rush. Dave, I don't want to loosen that grip. You carry on.
I'll get us back on track. So we wake Rayquaza up from Sutopolis, from the Sky Tower. We head back to Sutopolis City. Rayquaza comes in. You get a cool cutscene of Rayquaza coming in and scaring off Groudon and Kyogre. Wallace is really happy that you've done this. He gives you a Master Ball. Everything's sort of sorted itself out. Everything's gone back to normal. And you then unlock the ability to take on gym number 8, the final gym of Emerald, and our final gym of Emerald Seaglass. Juan, the water type gym leader. And I reckon it's probably a good time. Take us away, Spooks. Take us into gym 8, the final gym of Emerald Seaglass.
So we're going to tell our man Uncle Juan. And so we step into his place. He gives us this mad illustration about whatever. He goes in with the Starmie. We go in with Mud Lips. First of all, we hit it with that rock slide. So the rock slide's done a bit of damage. Keep hitting it with rock slide. I'm hoping for that flinch at the moment. Hit it with rock slide again. It takes down the Starmie. And then it goes into the Octillery, I think it is. And I didn't realise Octillery is a fire and water type in this. I thought it was just straight water. So we keep hitting with that rock slide. Obviously, super effective. It's hitting us with the bullet. Brings us down on 2 hits. We go for Don Sandy, who is now Flygon. They go for the Hyper Potion. We go for the rock slide. 2 rock slide takes it down. And then Typhlosion's going up. Then Juan is came out with a Kingdra. So now I thought this would be a bit difficult. So we hit it with the Attack Order, which is a bug type move, and probably my favourite bug type move going at the moment. I can't lie. But they use Ice Beam on us, which takes us down. So we go with Annabelle. So we use the Body Slam on that, hoping for, I think you can paralyze it on the Body Slam, which it actually did on that time. It actually did paralyze it. So we've got that off. Annabelle's gone down. I'm deciding who we go in with here. We go in with Don Horny. We go for the Thunderbolt because it is paralyzed. Paralyzed actually works on it. It's paralyzed again. So another Thunderbolt takes down Kingdra. So I'm happy about that because I knew that I would like his ace. So it comes out with the Wish Cast now. We go with the Hammer Arm because it's part ground, obviously. Starts out with a little rain dance, starts doing his little jig. Hits us with water pulse. We go down instantly. Don Manny then comes out. Rain is still going. We're humming and hurring between Headbutt or Ancient Power. Quick Claw happens. Headbutt goes with it. Water Pulse hits us. Rain's still going. It uses a Hyper Potion. We headbutt it again. Now I think we're just headbutting our way all the way into the finish line. And by saying that, the Celio now comes out because the Wish Cache is done. We headbutton the Celio, Water Pulse on us, headbutton again. It flinches. We go with the other headbutt, and that is Don Juan all done and dusted, which I thought it would be the most difficult gym being a water type and me having ground type, but it wasn't. So, Cuz, do you want to lead us into your gym battle?
Yeah, so this battle could not be any more ideal for my mono run here. Water type with a team full of electric types, and obviously, as you guys know, I do a run through of my team at the start of every gym battle. But I was just curious because I wanted to see how long this actually took me from start to finish of the battle, and yeah, it's not that long at all. So I'll go into my footage now. We've got Lantern here, one of my MVPs with that moveset there. Electivire, my starter, who hopefully will come with me to the champion. We've got Volbeat in here and Manectric as well, who hopefully will come with me to the champion. And we've got Porygon Z here, and we've got Jolteon as well. So yeah, let's talk to rich homie Juan, chilling in his 8th gym here. He goes in with a Starmie, and out comes Lantern, and here we go. This is the tactic. Tail Glow. +3 special attack already. Discharge. Done. Starmie's gone. Starmie's done a decent amount of damage. Sorry, there's a little thing flying through my room. Kingdra comes out, water pulses and heals me. Cheers for that, brother. Do you know what I mean? Little bit of HP back with that water absorb. 2 discharges and it's down. Let's see who comes in next. Don Tillery. Don Tillery is going to be... look at that mouth. God, I bet that can put some suit... I bet that can give some of that suit top in it. He goes down nonetheless. That's got some good grip. Celio's just covering me with his body, just slamming into me, which was actually felt quite nice to be fair. Wishcast comes in here, and we're just gonna have to hit the surf because obviously being a ground type. Luckily, Wishcast summons rain, so I'm doing more damage. Bang, done. Rich homie Juan is now poor homie Juan because he's just given me $4,600 because I've just absolutely taken him in front of everyone in this gym. So yeah, pause. Actually, no. Continue. Speaking of pausing, playing. Rushy, let me just hand you over that virtual remote so you can press play on your footage, my brother.
All right. And play has been pressed. We're going in. Juan sends out Starmie. I lead with Tentacruel. Extra Sensory does some damage to my Tentacruel, but my Poison Jab does about half health to the Starmie. Starmie hits a Thunderbolt. I go in with an Acid Spray. Starmie's, he's getting weak now. Another Extra Sensory does take out my Tentacruel here. So I come in with my boy Jumpluff. Jumpluff goes for a Bullet Seed. Couple of those hit, take out the Starmie. So not too bad for me there. So Kingdra's in next. Now this Kingdra's not too bad. We'll see later on what we're saying about Kingdra. I'll go for a Bullet Seed with my Jumpluff. Kingdra hits an Ice Beam and one-shots Jumpluff. He's gone. So I come in with Gengar, hit a Sludge Bomb. Kingdra hits a Water Pulse. I go for another Sludge Bomb. The Kingdra does have a Hyper Potion, so puts it back up. My second Sludge Bomb applies poison. I go in with one more Sludge Bomb to take out the Kingdra there. Octillery is up next. I stay in with my Gengar. I go for another Sludge Bomb. Does a decent amount of damage. The Berry does restore a bit of health to the Octillery, and the Octazooka comes in. A second Sludge Bomb does, though, take out the Octillery. So Gengar is still here. Celio comes in. I'm just spamming Sludge Bomb at this point. It's easy. The Aurora Beam does take out my Gengar. So I come in with my Arbok. Arbok comes in. I go for a Crunch, which does a decent amount of damage. Water Pulse onto the Arbok does confuse my Arbok, and then a Hyper Potion on the Celio takes him back up to nearly full health. But I'm just hitting those crunches, taking the Celio down. And Aurora Beam just doesn't really do much. The Arbok goes in for the Poison Sting, takes out the Celo. And then, Walrein is the last Pokemon up. Not Walrein, Whiscash. I've got a Crunch, which takes the Whiscash because it hits a critical, so takes him right down. The rain starts to pour. I go for one more Crunch. Whiscash is gone. Gym 8 is done. Mac, I'll hand you the button to click play on your gameplay.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, the button has been pressed. I don't think it's actually used in this fight, but it was just before coming into this gym. I fed Metang some rare candy, so I've now got that pseudo legendary Metagross on the team. So shout out to him for also being quite progressive, because I've just realised that my man is genderless, so big up. And then going into the fight with Juan, shout out to anybody that knows about Juan the horse on the balcony. I don't know if any of you man remember that meme in it, but That's all I was thinking of going into this. So yeah, I lead with Gardevoir, hit Starmie with 2 shockwaves, which takes it out quite quickly. The Wish Cash comes in second for me rather than last. So I switch in Execute, and I'm gonna hit him with that Bullet Seed. No, I don't. I'll go for the Giga Drain. I had to change your mind there, which just one hit him, super effective, and he's gone. In comes Kingdra, hits me with an Ice Beam, which is unfortunately super effective. I hit him with a Giga Drain, get a little bit of health back, kind of expecting to be knocked out here, and I'm wanting to save Execute, so I'll swap him out and bring in Gavardia, hit a Shockwave onto Kingdra, which does absolutely nothing. So I swap that out and bring in Zatu. Gets hit with an Ice Beam, also super effective. So this Ice Beam is really, really ruining my day here. Hit it with a... What did I hit that with there? Hit it with an Air Slash, which leaves it literally on 1 HP. Hits me with another Ice Beam, which takes me out. In comes Alakazam. I hit him with a Confusion, but not before he has chance to get that Hyper Potion in. Luckily, it hits a crit, gets him back down to about 40% HP. Hit it with a Psybeam, which takes out the Kingdra. Then I swap back into Execute. And this Octillery was causing me some issues. I hit it with a Giga Drain, which got it down to about half health. I was like, I'm done here. And then that Octazooka come out. And I was just whiffing Giga Drain after Giga Drain. I think I missed 4 in a row here. As my accuracy was just getting lower and lower. Execute passes away. So I swap in Gardevoir again. And I use that max heal on it to get it back up to full health, just to ensure I'm not going to be gone anywhere. That Octazooka comes back again, so then I use a revive because I'm just planning ahead here. I didn't want to lose here, so I heal, Execute back up. That Octazooka keeps hitting me. Hit it with a Shockwave, which does land, super effective, gets it down to 1 health. I'm thinking, sod it at this point. I'll hit it with another Shockwave. Guess what? Uses a Hyper Potion. 1 more Shockwave and it's gone. So that probably would have been about a 1.5-minute gym battle for me, was it not for that bloody octopus.
Oh, mate.
You make me die, man.
I just want to say, R.I.P. to that Execute that passed away, innit? He didn't even faint. He passed away. He's gone to another universe, innit? Bless him.
Passed away or passed on, innit? Might have to take off my hat real quick.
Trust me. Oh God.
Rip Execute. What was his nickname again? That Execute.
What, for me?
Yeah. What was his nickname?
Oh, he's the only Pokemon I've got that's not got a nickname.
Rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace. Rest up. But by resting up, we can now take a little break until the next episode, because I think we can all agree it was just TM13 Ice Beam from there. What we got for defeating the gym. So, boys, if you're happy to wrap it up there, should we do it?
Let's do it.
Oh, well,
I'll go first. Thank you again. I say it every episode, but thank you again for listening and watching on whatever device platform you're watching us on. We're 1 more episode left of this season, and then we move on to our next game. Maybe next episode we'll drop a hint as to what we're playing next, but for now we'll keep that close to our chest. But again, thank you. I've had a lot of fun with this series. so far. To break the fourth wall, I'm going to do it one more time this episode.
Love
We've
that.
already done our spin wheels for the next episode, and I've actually already beaten the game, and we are in for a real treat because I don't quite know how I'm still sitting here right now. I was that angry yesterday playing through, but you'll see that next episode. But yeah, thank you again from me, Ace. I'll hand it over to you. But yeah.
Yeah, as Rashi said, we have actually received our wheels, and I do happen to actually be a champion home myself as well. I finished it all off, pause, last night. Yeah, we'll wait until next episode to see how we're getting on. But as for closing off the ep, wow, sort of the penultimate episode here for Emerald Seaglass. I just I keep thinking to myself, and I keep thinking to myself, how we've nearly done 2 series already. Obviously, Max coming to the end of his first series, and obviously, as a whole, the Hive is coming to the end of its second series. And I was sort of looking back last night, and just thinking back to when we dropped that first ep, because someone commented the other day. I'm sorry, but I can't remember your name, but whoever commented said, I didn't know how well this was going to go with a group, but I'm impressed. And I thought to myself, we've got so many hours worth of content on this channel that everyone can indulge in, and it's just, I don't know, it was just, I don't know, just a bit of a warm moment in my heart to think that we've been going for as long as we have. But I'll save my proper emotional remarks for the end of the next episode. As I always say, keep getting involved with the socials. Everything's there. Everything that you need is in the description. We've got the Linktree, and everything's there. The IG, the Facebook, um, the TikTok. Everything that we've got is there, and we're gonna keep pumping out the clips. The boys have been making a load of clips recently, so please, go interact with that, because that pushes us all on even more. Knowing that the work that the boys put in making the clips. I know I banter all the time saying I make the edit, but it's just as much work as doing the clips. So if we can get some real traction on those socials, that'd be great. And like I always say, just start trying to turn some of these views and likes into physical subscribers. But if you don't want to subscribe, you don't have to. If you don't want to like, you don't have to. Just enjoy what we're doing here. But that's me rambling on, as I seem to do every single episode right at the end. But yeah, I'll pass it over. I'll pass it over to Mac.
Yeah, so as I sort of said, coming up to the end of my first season here, what a pleasure it's been. It's been emotional. It's been a learning curve. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed and looking forward to the next one, as we've all said a few times, something a bit different. Obviously, as I said today, this is my first time playing Emerald, but I can see where the boys are coming from, that it is, the other ROM hacks I've played in the past are very different to a standard Pokemon game, where it just feels more like just a better quality of life version of a game that's already out there. But it's been brilliant nevertheless. But again, thank you to everybody that's listening, whether you're in the car, in the van, in the front room, watching on the telly, on the phone, or even in the bath. Thank you for watching. And
Is that sticking now? Is that
That's sticking. That's gotta stick, bro. That's gotta stick. When Mr. No comes on here, I'm gonna say, so are you in the van, the car, the living room, or the bath, mate? That'd be funny. But yeah, go on, Mac. Sorry.
Spooks, yeah, I was just going to hand it over to you because you are the closer.
Financial detail closer, thank you. I don't know
the
about that.
finish? Some would say.
I know I can finish. Say that, innit? It's been proven, not just once or twice. But let me just say it like this, and that, like Ace said, let me just speak on that. The socials, the YouTube, the Instagram, the the TikToks, the Facebooks, we're on everything. All you've got to do is literally press one button and it will flag up everything that you always need. And like, if you've got any questions, we have our email on there. We're completely open to replying to messages on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram or whatever you need to get us on. If you want to even like go through these mono runs and do these type of spin wheels, there's something that we can link to our Instagram or even our Discord that we have. We can always link that as a pinned message. And if you do want to play along, we can send you like the platform for doing the spin wheels, and then you can just pick out of the spin wheels, that we've already got. You don't need to make them yourself. We've got everything there for you to play along with us and engage with us at the same time. It'd be really nice to see some people in the Discord, to be fair, to share us your playthroughs of Lazarus and Seaglass, and obviously one that we will be playing very soon. So yeah, like I always say, if you can please just watch us on YouTube or listen on Spotify, and if you don't have access to that, all you gotta do is ask your mum, ask your sister, ask your dad, or your brother, and if you don't have access to any of them, you just come and tell us, and we will give you that access. So on that, sayonara, Finn.